Good morning, listeners. This is John Sakowitz with
Jay Johnson.
The Truth About Money here on KZYX, and we've got a great show planned for you today. As our guest, we have Tyson Slocum, who is the director at the Citizen Energy Program at Ralph Nader's Public Citizen in Washington, D.C. Citizen's Energy Program is probably the #1 watchdog over the oil industry, and we'll be talking about Exxon Records profits, a loophole that is allowing billions of dollars in royalties to not be collected by the federal government. We're going to be talking about the very cozy relationship that Wall Street has with the oil industry, and a whole bunch of other things. We're also going to be talking about a very disturbing development this week where a Russian gang hijacked PCs in a vast scheme known as botnets. My co-host, Jay Johnson, here is, as you know, worked for George Lucas and was the IT director here at the county, and he's going to speak on that. Before we move on, I want to thank our producers and our engineers. Mary Eigner is producing the show out of our Philo studio, and here in our Ukiah studios, we're being engineered by Caleb Clark, and he's being assisted by Ryan Moore. So thank you, Mary. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Ryan. Especially thank you for all our guests. I hear a lot of good things about our show, and the thing I almost universally say is that we're as good as our guests, and our guests have been great. Our guests have really rocked. Last week, Bruce Marks of the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation and Reverend Galen Hagler of the Ministers for Racial, Social, and Economic Justice were just gave me goose flesh. They just gave me a rush. I listened to the show here at ukiahvalley.tv, and everything they said is gospel about how this housing bill is just a bailout of Wall Street. It's probably not going to be much of a bailout for the 400,000 American families that Congress is saying that it's going to be. Which brings me to my current article in the Bohemian. As many of you know, I write a monthly column for the Bohemian on the state of the economy here in the United States, and this week's article, which came out yesterday, I believe, is on the $10.61 trillion debt ceiling that was raised in this housing bill. And I talk about the housing bill, but I also talk about our national debt that can't possibly be repaid by our children or our grandchildren. And that's really going to kind of be the death knell for good times in this country. You can pick up the Bohemian anywhere in Napa, Marin, or Sonoma counties, or you can find it online at bohemian.com and just click on the upper right-hand corner. There's a window for the current edition. Also, over time, the editors at altweeklies.com generally pick it as one of their top picks. I want to do a little housekeeping before we move on. I've had a lot of calls about the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation. For those of you looking to refinance your mortgage through the new housing program, let me give you that contact information. Online, you can get information about the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation by going to naca.com. So that's Nancy Adam, Charlie Adam.com. Their phone number is 1-800-302-NACA. Once again, that's 1-800-302-NACA. And this is the organization that has established the national standards for lenders and mortgage servicing companies to reduce interest rates at affordable rates and bring them down to affordable rates for you consumers out there. They have two programs. One is called Save a Home program, and that's where they'll help you renegotiate your mortgage. And their second program is called Buy a Home program, where they'll help you buy a home through an NACA Best in America mortgage program with zero down payment, no closing costs, and the best interest rates out there in the marketplace, which right now is about 6% for a fixed 30-year mortgage. So once again, naca.com. We've also had Catherine Austin Fitz of Solari, one of the leading women in global finance, as a guest in the show before last, and I've been hearing a lot of good feedback about her. Once again, she's going to be in Mill Valley in Marin County at the end of this month. So you can go to solari.com and get more information about that. on the 29th of August at 7 p.m. Catherine is going to be lecturing on positioning your assets for growth in uncertain times. I think that's a $25 lecture. And the following day, on the 30th, Saturday at 10 a.m., she will review your portfolio. And I'm not sure what the price is on that. So, but you can find out more information about both the lecture and the workshop by going to Catherine's site at solari.com or by calling 888-686-3354. Once again, that's 888-686-3354. Let's see. I also want to remind listeners that they can find videos of this radio show on ukiahvalley.tv. I understand from a couple of listeners and viewers that a few of the shows were dropped from the website. That was a glitch in the YouTube system, I think. Is that correct, Jay?
Mm-hmm. Everything's back up.
Everything is back up, and we'll also be developing a directory to all the shows that will include blurbs as to the date, the subject of the show, and who our guests were.
And in fact, there's a whole new redesign of Ukiah Valley TV coming soon. We're dropping in different players. In fact, we're kicking around the idea of streaming everything ourselves, so we have complete control over when the system's up and when it's down, and not rely on other entities like YouTube.
Well, Jay hasn't asked me for any venture capital yet, so I know you must be in good shape, but my wallet's open, buddy.
I know, we're talking about it.
I love this guy. Incidentally, this just like KZYX is about community radio and about kind of Jeffersonian democracy, really getting the power of the people, getting the people informed so they can participate in democracy. Jay's company, Johnson's Digital Media. I was about to call it Jay's Digital Media, Bar and Grill. Johnson's Digital Media is really about informing a public so they can participate in democracy. And it's just a great program. And you broadcast from Baghdad and
all over the place. We got reporters everywhere doing stories. We got one coming from Moscow next week. We're expanding and trying to go international to try and get that flavor, so everyone that has no idea what happens in other countries at the street level can really get a feel for it, and even make some friends possibly. So.
Well, that's wonderful, and again, I just want to just commend you for your risk. I mean, I know you're married with kids and everything, and you know you quit a pretty secure job in county government to go out and start this venture. So you're really what it's all about, brother.
And if people can help us by supporting the advertisers on our site, that's really what's going to keep us going.
All right,
and I don't know if everybody notices how relaxed we feel today, but if you watch the video, you'll see that this is Dress Down Friday here for me and John.
Yeah, you'll notice that we're both wearing